Hedera Hashgraph HBAR is going to be the topic of today's video. And in this video, I hope to show you guys that actually the price action that we saw for Hedera Hashgraph over the weekend is actually very normal when we compare what other altcoins, some that were significantly larger than Ethereum in terms of market cap, did in the last bull market. We're going to be taking a look at Ethereum that went from $88 at its low all the way to just under 5,000. It had multiple harsh pullbacks along the way. And this is the nature of the market that we are dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. Altcoins are very small, very speculative, and they are very volatile. It is something that is inherent in regards to this space. And we hope to kind of normalize what we've seen Hedera do over the past week in this video by showing you plenty of examples of uptrending altcoins that did the exact same thing and still went on to higher ground, like we believe Hedera Hashgraph is going to do. We're also going to be showing you an amazing schematic of Cardano, which was an altcoin that did exceptionally for me back in the prior bull market. It was something I had at the cents, and it went all the way to $3. And Hedera is on the same technical path that Cardano embarked on when it had its epic run from the cents range all the way to $3. Remember, we do still have that price prediction for Hedera of around about $2. Providing you can get to that $27 mark, set up some broader structure, then we could see it very feasible, actually, in my opinion, in this bull market, that we could see a $2 Hedera price. Remember, nothing I say or do here is financial advice, just all my own interpretation as a technical analyzer that's had huge success in the cryptocurrency markets and broader markets. So without further ado, guys, what I want to do is actually dive over to the Hedera chart to kick things off. Now, Hedera got absolutely brutalized over the weekend. It was one of the altcoins that sold off pretty harshly. And depending on what exchange you want to go by, depends on did you actually run this low or not. This is the point where we said, if we close below the low that we saw before we actually took this key level of significance on volume, then this pattern would invalidate. And on none of the charts have you closed below this low. Yes, you did wick below it on KuCoin, but there were many other charts, and we're going to be showing you Hedera with Cardano. I'm sure you guys can already see where this is going. You can see you actually didn't even wick below this low on many other charts out there. This is Binance, probably where Hedera is traded most. And you can see you certainly haven't had a close around it. And you're consolidating around that 30 weekly moving average, very similar to what Cardano did, going into the last bull market after it had kind of climbed out the trenches. But we'll be coming to this in just a second, so make sure you stay tuned. So I still believe, still my assessment, that we're in an uptrend. When I look at this chart and we quieten all the noise down, it really doesn't look too bad. Was the sell-off brutal? Yes, it was. But this is the cryptocurrency market, and sell-offs to that magnitude are frequent, common, and persistent. And this is one reason we do not encourage anybody to be leverage trading the cryptocurrency space. I've been trading for years. I'm a profitable trader, and I do leverage trade the cryptocurrency space. But it is not something for the faint-hearted. Certainly on my journey to getting to this point, I've blown up more accounts than I care to share. And I also keep my investment part, and Hedera is one of my largest positions, very separate from what I trade with, because you can lose everything trading the cryptocurrency markets with even a very light amount of leverage. Whereas your investment part, if you invest in spot, you've still got that spot at the end of the day. We have all the cryptocurrency that we had going into this weekend. So I still believe Hedera is on a broader trajectory. It's coming back to its 30-weekly average. We have spoken about stage analysis and a number of other things and how that all kind of ties in here, and the fact that we would expect the 30-weekly moving average to be supported. This is a weekly candle, so we need to see obviously a close above it. You're the right side of it in an uptrend, you're the underbelly of it in a downtrend, and when you're either basing or topping, kind of going in between it. We still have a broader thesis on the overall cryptocurrency market. We were expecting a pullback here. Yes, it's been brutal. Yes, there's been unexpected news that's accompanied it, but there is still that good chance that the total 2, which is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, does set up this right shoulder and goes to that $3.7 trillion. And Hedera is going to be one of the largest beneficiaries, in my opinion, of that, as one of the most exciting cryptocurrencies that I have ever came across. It just introduces entirely different paradigms to the cryptocurrency space. So we are still bullish on Hedera. I do believe that this double bottom is still intact. I think this volume that you saw on the taking of this key level of significance. It tried to hold. The broader market said, no, you're coming down. But it's kind of still adhering to rough market structure. Again, depending on what exchange you want to take, it didn't even wick below it. On KuCoin, it did. But there certainly hasn't been a close below it, and you're kind of consolidating around that 30-weekly moving average. And these kind of pullbacks that you see in the crypto space are frequent. So you can see this is Ethereum in the prior bull market. The majority took place in 2021. You can see you've got 68% pullback. You have frequent 20% pullbacks, by the way. Frequent 20% pullbacks that we haven't even incorporated here. But 68%, 35%, 35%, 37%, 60%, 35%, so on and so forth. This is crypto. And remember that Ethereum would have had a larger market cap than what Hedera currently has. Cardano, which is perhaps a little bit more comparable in terms of market cap and size, you can see this was the journey it had in its last bull market. You can see obviously the March 2020 crash was 76%, 32%, 55%. This is where Hedera is today, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, it's come straight back to that EMA. It hadn't really took a rest in a while. I personally think it's going to turn around here, and I'll actually be looking to accumulate more Hedera. I've already got a very handsome bag, but I'll be looking to add to that. To go back to Cardano, you can see the kind of brutality of the pullbacks that you had during that bull market, and you still went on and had a pretty epic run all the way from the sort of when I was in the cents range all the way to $3. I think that Hedera is on a similar journey. If Hedera did get to $2, you would see I think it's about $80 billion, $90 billion market cap, which I think is well within the realms of possibility if this market plays out in the manner that we think it is potentially going to, or certainly setting up to at the moment. So we've kind of dealt with the fact that pullbacks like we've seen are frequent, common. They're not nice, even for myself. I've lived through this multiple times. I had that baptism of fire in 2018. However, they're part and parcel, and you need to not think you're smart enough to sell every top and bottom on the way of what is a broader uptrend, but be on the side of that trend, be spot long, and make your money in sitting in the move and be able to deal with mentally the volatility that comes with the cryptocurrency space. And I want to show you guys a really interesting chart here. We've looked at Cardano in terms of volatility in the last bull market. We've got Hedera on the left here, and we've got Cardano on the right. And what you can see, or what I'm highlighting here, is the similarity in these two charts. Certainly, if I go ahead and replay this chart, you can see what I'm highlighting here. And actually, this pullback was 56%. This one was 52%. Hedera does have a larger market cap than what Cardano had down here, albeit if we go ahead and play this, this is essentially what I expect to come for Hedera. You're going to get a little bit of chop. You've got a lot of macro kind of uncertainty going on at the moment. But I do think this resolves. And I think our broader ideas on the cryptocurrency market are still very much intact. And the bulk of the bull market, in my humble opinion, is still to come. It's just a case of being able to weather the storm. This is why people don't make money in the cryptocurrency space, is they expect things instantly. They expect things to happen overnight, and that's not how this works. It's never worked like that. You have to be patient and ultimately make your money in the sitting and be able to stomach the volatility that comes with the cryptocurrency market, that's inherent to the cryptocurrency market. You can see supporting around this 30-weekly moving average, just like what Hedera is currently doing. Yes, you are under it. Remember, this is a weekly candle. We've just started the week. We've come off the back end of what we've seen. There's lots of macro uncertainty in regards to rates, where they're implied. Obviously, you've got geopolitical news. I actually think the geopolitical news, I saw people calling for World War III and all kinds of craziness over the weekend. Whereas we actually said the opposite. We said, take a deep breath, understand this is crypto, it's volatile. There's always going to be news that accompanies it. But what we've shown you through a number of charts on this video alone is actually that this is very normal. And I'm not here to, tell people that they're going to make money overnight. I'm here to say, have that broader vision in place, understand where you're at as a market, understand what the trend now is. And I think it's an uptrend. Be on the right side of that. Don't get shaken out and make your money in the sitting in an asset. don't leverage and try and be too smart, because I guarantee you when it comes to crypto, it will trip you up. And it only has to trip you up once for your game to be over, for the ref to give you that red card and tell you to go and sit this game out, this bull market out. So that's really all I've got for you guys. I thought it was an interesting one, and I wanted to share it because I'm getting a lot of questions in regards to Hedera. Am I still bullish? Do I still hold it? The answer is absolutely. Hedera is one of my largest holdings. If you want to unlock my holdings, become a Patreon. You know, we're dabbling in lots of AI coins and things like that. That really, with this pullback, have just come back to support. And that's generally what the market is doing. We've got that broader thesis on total too. And we ultimately think that, nothing largely has changed. And when you put into perspective what altcoins do in a bull market, the kind of pullbacks that we've seen are actually very normalized. That is all from me, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this content, like, it's appreciated. So as a comment. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next.